Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Lexus LX700h Luxury. This model is finished off in Eminent White Pearl. Its MSRP is just over $124,000. So we have a very luxury focused jumbo SUV with a lot to offer. We'll start off with what this is powered by, which is the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 hybrid. This is paired to a 10-speed automatic. It pumps out 457 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque sent through the full-time four-wheel drive system. This weighs in nearly at 6,000 pounds. It can do 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking at 19 in the city and at 22 out on the highway. Now for this particular model, we have a really nice combo with the white and all the gloss black and gray accents. There's also the Lexus badge, which is the sensor for distance pacing. You get a forward-facing camera, all the parking sensors, LEDs for all the lighting, including the fog lights down below, and a brushed accent running across the lower section of that bumper. And you get some really nice hood lines on both sides too. Now this model also has a set of 22-inch wheels. You get the body-colored fender flares and the adaptive suspension with the height adjustments. So I currently have it in the highest setting to get that maximum ground clearance. This also has fixed running boards, power folding side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal, roof racks up top. There's also a sunroof and a gloss black for the door handles too. Really nice lines and edges that run down the side too. There's a body colored spoiler with the third brake light. Wiper blade is in the lower section. There's LEDs for all the lighting, runs right through the power liftgate there. You get a backup camera, all the parking sensors. This can tow around 8,000 pounds. You get a full-size spare mounted up underneath as well. And then with the liftgate opened up, this is a 3-row SUV, where as you can tell, you do get a little bit of storage with that seat up. You get plenty with it down. You also have this extension piece because most of the hybrid components are in the back, so that gives you a nice flat surface. You do have adjustments to fold all the seats down. However, the second row you do have to manually put back up, but you can at least fold them down. Third row is automatic up and down, so you can do all of that from the back. There's also 2 adjustments up top, so you can close and lock the vehicle. Now, if you do lock it, this does have proximity door handles, and then you get the manually adjusting sunshades, Mark Levinson for the audio, all the wood trim accents, and some storage down below. And then in order to get into the third row, I can just push this button to the right side of the headrest. It's actually going to move the front seat forwards, and once that gets out of the way, it will allow this seat to release, and from there, we can push it out of the way. So now we can hop into this third row. Now, 5'10", I could ride around town if I needed to. You can recline it. You have a place to put your drinks, along with an auxiliary and a large window there. At 5'10", I'm just touching the headliner too, so it is better for kids, but I could at least ride around if I needed to. You have all the vents too that you need. Now, this model also gets rear entertainment, so you have those screens. You get storage pockets. These are heated and ventilated seats. All of your temperature adjustments. There's also auxiliaries located down below. And you can quickly grab whatever food and drinks that you have in your cooled box. You do get an armrest with more cup holders and then plenty of space. At 5'10", I have a few inches of headroom, and you can recline those seats too to get even more comfortable. You get memory seatings up front, more storage, the wood trim, and then a very nice design for these seats. Now this also gets a leather steering wheel with all the wood trim accents, and you do have paddle shifters on both sides. Now there's all the cruise control settings, mode and tuning, you have volume, Bluetooth, and then controls for the gauge cluster. Now with this, you have a few different ways that you can configure it. So you can go into 1, 2, or 3, and by holding OK, you can go through the rest of this information. So you have info on the left side, the right side, and right in the middle. And just depending on what you would like to see, you can pull that up. Now you do have a trailer braking system. You have the power liftgate along with the auxiliary back there. You have dimmer switches, and then you also have an adjustment for this camera view. So before you start moving the vehicle, you can get another perspective with what's around you. This also gets a head-up display. And then with the rest of the infotainment system, you can go through all the shortcuts on the left and easily get into all of this. So you have your massaging seats, so you can get into that information. You can also get into all of the standard safety features and turn those on and off. And you have several settings that you can get into just to set this up the way that you would like. Now you do have another screen underneath that where you can get into your fan speed. You can also pull up your rear climate adjustments too, so you can do that from up front, and you can go through all of the interior lighting as well. You have more physical controls for all the climates underneath that. You have your 4 low, downhill assist with crawl control, multi-terrain select, and then several driving modes for on-road. So you can go through all of these, just depending on the power that you would like. And then with your multi-terrain select, you can get into rock, mud, sand, ruts, things like that for that 4-wheel drive system. Now you have heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, parallel parking, lots of storage, and then your backup camera and your forward camera too. You can go into the manual setting, and then you have park behind that. There's auto hold with your e-brake, a center locking diff, traction control, you can raise and lower the vehicle. You get wireless charging, cup holders, and your cooled box. So you can open this up 2 different ways. You get storage in the glove box, and then a digital rear view mirror where you have garage door buttons and various settings for that. You get a sunglass holder, and you have dome lights and controls for the sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility where you can see over both shoulders. And we are in Sport S Plus, second gear. Here we go. And just a mild acceleration. Again, I've had experience with this in the Toyota Sequoia, and it definitely has a lot of power, a lot of get up to it. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the new LX700. We do have a power operating steering wheel here too, so you can move it up and down, telescope it in and out. We have height adjustments for the seat too. At 5'10", I have maybe 4 inches or so of headroom. So if you're taller than me, this is going to be a great option to go with. And you have a lot of nice creature comforts. Now it is a little bit more on the simple side in terms of using all of the tech, but I like that. You can just hop in this, you know what you're going to push, all the features that you have, and you can just drive it and use it every day. So it has the best of both worlds with simplicity and tech that you want to drive it every day. Super comfortable. I like the seating position. I like how high up we are. The bulges in the hood make it very easy to see over both sides really, so you can place the front end of this vehicle, and it's just going to give you a jumbo SUV that's a very nice, comfortable ride. So that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Lexus LX700h Luxury. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at the website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.